Ralfy here, Ralfy Customs again. This is part 2 of the one I just posted earlier. It might be days apart. You'll see things did not go according to plan. And then we had the engine to fit in the fucking frame. So stay tuned. What's going to be quite difficult to show you, let's shut that off, is I'm using a Joe Piezinski method. We're running backwards, so I'm coming this way from the headstock, cutting the thread, because I know if I go the normal way from right to left I'll crash against this shoulder. I've machined myself a little recess that you probably can't pick up very well, and I've set the tool upside down at centre right, and I've got everything in place to do that 1.5 pitch. So we need to go a total of 3 millimeters off the OD to get a 1.5 depth to our 1.5 pitch. Being metric, that's how they work. So I'm all zeroed off on my DRO, on the digital readout there. We know that we're this way as far as we can go, and we're in that way till we're touching the part at that. I'll increase this top figure. I'll go a little very light cut and work it out, and then check, do a scratch pass line. Difficult for me to see what you can see, but you should see a line appear on this job light in the black. Let's go. So we're going to go what, 5 thou, and we need to wait for any mark according to the instructions, and that'll give us a 1.5 thread. So here we go, eyes down, whoa, and that crashed. Oh, I'm running backwards. Oh shit, I've not said my fucking thing properly. Oh wow, well that's not terminal, you know. I think that'll be fine. Well, I think we've got away with it. Oh, do you reckon? Wow, okay, so let's go again. We're not engaged, are we? Let's wind that out, make sure we're not engaged. Start it up, which means we've got a bit of a conical fucking start to that, which is fine, inside the cup there. So we'll just clean that off. Then again, we'll touch on. Right, let's knock it off square a little bit, but we can live with that. Back to 0, which is there, the new 0, and we'll go again. Yeah, see what happens. Any line there, and this should be 1.5, not quite square, is it? So let's have a check. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So now, keep it running, come out to 0, go back to our new 0. Come on. Go in until we are touching there. Any line there. Off, out, back, in, any line, and so on and so forth. You can join me when we're near the finished thing. Righto, here we go. So this is to size. We'll probably end up doing a spring pass, but I'm really hoping that is to size. So do a quick spring pass. I'm snugging right up to this shoulder, and what I'm going to do is machine that afterwards. So I'll clean that up after. So we're going down to 3mm total depth of cut. We're touching that shoulder, wait for a line. Come on. There. And that, or the fluff, which is quite bad actually. Let's just give it a quick defluff. Like that, old faithful. That is one fuck off special nut. What I need to do is clean this up, like I said. I'll clean that edge up, and I'll trim this down, and I need to machine a pocket out of it to miss the drive. I think I'll do the pocket first and then make sure it fits. If once you take it out of here, I can't fucking set it up again to get the thread right, so it's all fingers crossed. Righto, so we're back to everything running the right way up. The centre drill started in there, and I'm going to have a check and a measure and see if I need to, how accurate I need to be. I might just be able to drill down there 15mm or something, you know, 14mm. So I'm going to have a check and a measure. Right, I've had a measure, and I reckon I can go 13mm straight up its bum to a depth of 20. So if I set this to 10 on the scale, touch in there, lock off and run up, I think I can go straight in like that to a depth of 20, and that should keep us safe, but probably go a little bit deeper. There's 10, 14, 16, 18, 22 we'll call it. So now we're through into the shoulder section. Just break that edge. And we've made a little socket, is what we've made. So, it's fucking hell, it's hotter than I thought. So yeah, so we made a little socket. I'm going to go and try it in the cam cover, just don't throw it away, and see what's what. Right, full disclosure, as always, focus. I can't get a thread start in the head, in the insert in the head. I've fucking hell tried everything. It's the right size, it's just, I reckon, what we've got is a fuck thread in there, so it won't have it. So what I plan to do is make one that taps in and stays in, if that makes sense. So we'll get it about right. We'll have it so it's trying to start like this is, but it won't catch and it jams and it locks up, and we'll fucking take a little bit more off the threaded side and tap it in. Spray this with alcohol, Loctite it in. We'll make it a lovely little dummy that sits in there. We don't need to make it a nut face, so we can save on machining there. So all I need to do is take a little bit off this threaded section, clean that up and tap it in. I'm just waiting to hear back from young Dave to see if that's an acceptable solution. And there we have it, version 2A. Pressed and Loctited firmly in the fucking Rev County drive, never to bother anyone ever again. Right, what am I on now? I've just wrestled, wriggled and tiggled and jiggled inside her to get this fucking... It's a 250 engine in a 500 frame, from what I can gather. Thereabouts, 550 frame, 500 frame. There might be a clue in the fucking 51. I don't know what that means. And there you go. So the problem is, what my problem with it is, that it's all I'm interested in, is the both back mounts line up. I'm assured. Don't know about the drivetrain. That's not in my brief or my department on this job. All I'm concerned with is the engine mounts at the bottom, which I've cut one off because it was a mile off, and at the front again, which is a mile off. Now, young Dave was on about keeping these. I guess sometime he might want to put the bigger engine back in, but I'm sorry, mate, I'm going to fuck up the bottom ones. But I'll do my best to keep them. I'm probably, because this is so far out, I thought I could put a plate on with a spacer and it's going to hit the engine. So I don't know. I think what I'm going to do is piggyback off it. I'm going to put another bit on it. 2 bolts, spacers, plate, spacer, bolt, both sides. So a bit of a fucking convoluted kind of a thing. You can see now, just, it doesn't, look, it's just that much. And I'm not, I've cut the other fucker off, so you fuck, mate, basically, thinking it'd be the easiest way to go. So I'll probably just chop that fucker off and move it along a bit. Happy days, that's what I'm going to do, both of them. With the spacer, I'll make a little spacer up sitting there. And then we'll engineer a solution for this. I mean, this is so almost there. You know, these are like, oh, if I had another one lower down or higher up, then I could put a triangle plate and catch that on spacers or something. We'll see. So we have removed those brackets from under here, and I seriously think that given the light duty of everything, I could re-weld them back in the appropriate place and make some spacers is my plan. So I'm going to wiggle and jiggle and fuck about and get them in and measure and fucking do stuff, and then we'll clean them up first, give them a good clean up, and then get them in place, work out the spacers, make some spacers, and then weld them back on. Happy days. You can see clear under this one. So they'll go up the inside of the tube as per standard, and on there, and then there'll be a spacer between. Right, so I'm going to use this nice bit of stainless, so I think that'll work well for the front engine mounts when we get that far. So everything will be matchy. Let's just snug that up and see how central that is. Fucking hell, that's on point. No pun intended. So what we need to do is drill these out. Drill down with a 10mm hole. Put a 10mm hole up his bum, which is my standard pilot size, so it's not quite this one. Hold on, let's get this one out, alright. This one. I think we'll have a bit of water onto that. Let the suds go in. Or get flooded. Wait, did you see that? Fucking hell. There you go. Watch that pipe don't come off there, right? It'd be a bit tricky. Right, where? Fucking Jesus. Time for a shower anyway. So, slow it down a bit. We want 2 at 18, so that's 36 plus the cut for the parting tool, 39. So if I go a good 40 plus, we'll be well clear for these ones. You can join me when I'm a bit drier and nearer that size. Right, so that'll do for that. Part 2 bits off 18mm, so you just 0 off on the end here, 0 off on that end, and go 19 mil because the butcher's 3, so 21 mil, which is 18 plus 3, and that's there. Right, we walk on it. Knock that off. Give it a clean, break the edges, and the inside of the hole. And there she goes, Captain. Back that out, 0 off, 21 again. Wash, rinse, repeat. So we'll see how they fit. And there we go, look. So we've got a nice stainless spacer. The tab's tacked on there. They just need welding in place properly, which we'll do right away. And the beauty of it being such a lightweight machine, frame and engine, is that you just lay it on its side, look. And get a bead on a la factory. So we're along the bottom, we're up the sides. So it's done, onto the fronts. Right, onto the fronts. Now, young Dave has categorically stated he'd really like to keep these. And now I've changed the bottom ones. But the worst case is that you use the two, if you change the engine back, you use the 2 back ones. Well, where's my finger there? 2 back ones and the front one. Fucking happy days, you know. It's only a lightweight. So what I'm seriously considering is making a tube that goes between these 2 mounts, and it has 2 forks that catch that. Because between the 3 that are already on it, between this back one, the underneath, one at the back, one at the top at the back, that's just fucking steady, you know. It's only a little 250. It's not going to go any fucking where. So then I can leave the standard frame mounts, standard engine mounts on the front of the frame. No dramas. So yeah, we're going with a tube and a single chat. The fucking camera looks really laggy. It's really weird. Don't know. Anyway, so these are the chats. Look, and it gives us a chance to use the fucking. I'll call it a Bridgeport, but it's not. But it is. It's just a Bridgeport in everything apart from the fucking expensive price tag, because the nerds got hold of them. So yeah, we're going to drill a 10mm clearance for the engine mount, and we're going to drill a 17mm to go over that tube I've just shown you, and then we'll shape it, slide it on, weld it, and give us like a forked fucking bracket. I reckon that'll be just fucking proper pucker geezer. Right, so we've got a pointy tool in. We've got this on parallels, clamped up in the middle of the vise. It is not a crucial down to the thou type application, but what I'm going to do is use my scribey pointer to get my y-axis, which is there. Now I know I'm right this way, so we're on line, so I'll lock that, I'll lock the y-axis and move along like this, there, and see how that sits, and that sits near as fuck it is to swearing, so we can change that out. That needs to be the 16, that's a big hole, so we'll drill it, we'll put a pilot hole through first and go from there. Oh yeah, when I say pilot, I mean 10mm. 10mm clearance, straight in, no fucking about. So we'll bring this close enough, we'll chip the auto feed in. Oh, we won't, hold on, bear with. Because we've disengaged the worm drive, because it says disengage when not in use, so try again. Try again, this time with the power feed. Would fucking help, wouldn't it? So a bit of lube. Why is it not working? In. Come on. Oh. Okay, bear with. Right, now we finally fucking remembered how to drive it. We'll run this through, utilising the power feed of the mighty Bridgeport. Look, nice and steady. we go. That's that. Now what I'm going to do is move along the distance between the two holes, which I can't remember, so I'm going to have to fucking measure it off this one, look. So let's shut that up, look. We're going to move along 22 mil. 22 millimeters, so we'll zero a cross feed, and now we'll move along 22 millimeters, which is there. Come on, lock that off, start this up, take that down till it touches, put the power feed in, give it a bit of lube, and then we can come back to zero with the chunky big drill. Take that at 17, can't we? That's fucking happy days, look. Off with the power feed, out with that, turn that off. Ooh. Swap drill bits. Right, we're back in with the big one. So if it's not running too fast, I'm running at 500 RPM, which is 1000, it should back right for half inch. This is 17, it's a bit bigger. But can't be asked to change into the back gear, so we'll see what happens. If it's catastrophic, then we'll have to switch, won't we, when we do the next one. I don't think it will be. Might squeal a bit. And smoke a bit. Nothing wrong with that. I can live with that. Happy days. So we'll get the other one done. We'll get that out. Let me just blow it off. Good work if you can get it. There we go. So it's one done, one to go. Righto, so there we have it. Nice bit of tube, couple of nice tabs. Bob's your fucking answer. So so the engine is now securely mounted in the chassis, well, in the frame. The front wheel fits the upside downers, and the bearings fit the stem and the frame. Next on the agenda is the steering stops. I've got to look at the steering stops, see if they're foul, if they do, machine them off and put new ones on somehow. So that's next up. Righto, after cleaning off the existing stop on the frame and fitting that bearing that I said I didn't think I'd have to fit, I think you'd agree that works rather well. We're here, look, and where we catch is fucking pucker geezer, so that's fucking good on there. Ooh, not filming it very well. Right on that support, both sides, and yeah, I think there's quite a bit of luck. So save machining these fucking stops off and trying to fucking never, you know, it's fucked up inside. I ain't doing it. I'll struggle to fit stops if I do that, if that makes sense, because of how these yokes are with the webbing. So yeah, I'm gonna call it fucking done. That's it. Stop sorted, front wheel in the forks like I've just recapped, yokes fit the frame, bearings are all good, engine mounts are all sorted. That's it. It just leaves me to thank you for watching. Please give me a thumbs up, it makes a huge fucking difference. If you like what you see, subscribe, check out my friends in the description below, and check out the lube merchandise, yeah? Have a look, go and have a look in the description. People rarely do, but there's links in there to interesting shit. So I'll catch you on the next one. Lots of love, everyone, see you soon.